Hey, what's up? Nick Peterson here. And we talk a little bit about market norms versus social norms and how we get so many referrals just by understanding the norm that we're operating in, right? And as you get here, just drop a comment. Let me know. And here's what I mean by that. What I mean is we make the assumption that we all value currency about the same, right? So sometimes we think that hey, we want money, so we incentivize other people with money, and that puts us at a massive disadvantage. It could also be true that we want to be famous, so we incentivize other people with fame. And again, big mistake. So here's how we get referrals in droves, like, and how we speak to people and create partnerships and create these win-win-win situations, right? And I'll give you an example of the time I got 54. I got 54 referrals from one client in 1 month. Now, the assumption is that money moves people. Okay, so we say, hey, I'll give you $1,000 if you do this thing. Now, in the market norm, you're asking somebody, is your time worth $1,000? For some people, yes. For some people, no. So I'll give you an example. They did this. They've done this study multiple times with service providers like lawyers, right, attorneys, and they said, "Hey, we want you to work this case. It's really a big deal. It'll really help the community. Will you do it for half price?" And every one of them said no, because in the market, I am worth this much. However, when they say, "Hey, we want you to work this case. It'll be really good for the community. Will you donate your time?" A majority of them said yes. Okay, because in the social norm, it's just cool to do nice stuff. Right? So you have to understand that depending on what people value, what currency they value, time, money, authority, legacy, it could be one of many things. Um, we can rig the game where we may have like a cool factor, like we're really cool in the community, but we don't have any money. Somebody else may have a whole bunch of money, but not be really cool in the community, right? Might not really be well connected and have a lot of friends. So, if we go to them and try to incentivize them with money, we are at a massive disadvantage because they have more than we do, right? We value it more than they do right now because we don't have it. However, if we could give them some cool, which we have in abundance and they don't, they'll probably part with quite a bit of their money in exchange because they have that in abundance and we don't. So when you're setting up partnerships and referral systems and stuff like that, you will get way more out of every transaction if you think, what is the currency that I have in abundance? What is the currency that these people value? And you can create a situation where both parties think they're getting away with murder because they're getting so much of the thing that they don't have. And you're only giving a small amount relative to what you do have. Right? So we got to think about the social norm and the market norm, and as much as possible, operate in the social norm. People will go way above and beyond in the social norm just to be cool and be polite and be like respectable humans. Once you put a price tag on it, once you say, we do this for this amount of money, it's really easy for them to say no or yes, but mostly no, because it's in the market norm. We can now say, yeah, I will pay money to not do this, or I don't want to pick money to do this. Really easy out. You come to me and you say, hey, Nick, you want to help me move my furniture all day? I'll give you 40 bucks. I'm probably going to tell you to fuck right off, right? My day for 40 bucks. If you say, hey, Nick, I really need a lot of help with this. Would you mind helping me out for a day? I'd probably say yes, because I like to be helpful, right? I am way more expensive, me personally, I'm way more expensive in the market norm than in the social norm. Some people are the opposite, right? And by understanding what people value, we can rig the game so that everybody's winning, right? Hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that's useful. When you're setting up partnerships, when you're setting up referral systems, when you're setting up all this stuff, think about that so you get more. Not only are you getting more out of the transaction, you're actually giving more of the thing that they value. It turns out to be pretty important, right? That's it. You can learn all of this. I actually teach all of this in Customers for Life, my book, earncustomersforlife.com. Earncustomersforlife.com. Check it out or don't, whatever. But think about that. Start thinking about the norm that you're operating in, and start thinking about, wait a minute, I have a massive, massive amount of time. They don't have any, but they have a massive amount of money and really want time. I can give a little bit of my time because I have so much. They will overpay for it because they don't have any. Everybody's winning, right? But if you just have a little bit of money and you try to incentivize somebody with a lot of money to do something, you're at a massive disadvantage because the amount of money you're going to have to pay to move them is disproportionate to the amount that you have. It's relatively massive, right? So you don't need money to make money. You don't need a particular currency to get the same currency. You need to understand what currency that you have that other people value because they don't. Find those people and offer them the currency that you have in exchange for the one that they have that you don't. Everybody wins, right? Everybody, the needle is moving, and you're not playing at a disadvantage. Assuming everybody operates with their number one currency being money is a mistake. One, two, puts you at a disadvantage if you don't already have a whole lot of money. And three, you're talking to poor people. You have to be. Because for to waive $50 and say, hey, I'll give you $50 to do this thing, you have to be talking to people that overvalue that $50, which means they don't have their own $50, right? So approaching everything from the frame of the market norm means you will only attract people that don't have market success. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just the nature. So when I get all my partners and people always say, like, how do you attract all these people? I don't throw money at them. They already have that, right? Hopefully it's useful. Hopefully that gives you some room to maneuver. If you feel stuck, because like, well, I don't have money. How am I going to make money? You don't need money. You need currency. You need something that is valuable to somebody else because they don't have it, but they do have money. So you trade. You give a little bit more than maybe what they would expect. They give a little bit more than what you would expect. Both parties feel like they're getting away with murder, swelling tide, right? Hopefully it's useful. Think about it, use it. Peace out.